using college football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Miami's offense will get first crack at it today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give to the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Punts it out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. On the ground, it's Pringle. Makes it past the marker. Maybe a crease. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's second in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
From the red zone, it's Fletcher. Breaks into the open. Russell to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
The give to the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Canes.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So Notre Dame's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
I think for years, you talk Miami Hurricanes, a big key for them winning national championships and competing for them has always been their play up front, right? You think all the way back to Russell Maryland and Warren Sapp, to just recently, David, with Bain and Mesidor on Miami's national championship run getting to that game, they've got big-time NFL athletes up front.
Huge athletes, explosive athletes, twitchy athletes. Jason Taylor being the coach down there for a while, obviously working those guys, a Hall of Famer you get to work with. You get to develop, so it's almost plug and play every year, man. Now you're starting to see Miami defensive linemen that are some of the best players in college football.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Could be an alley. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. On the run, it's Pringle. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Knocked off his feet. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Mensah. Using the quick game. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
The Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with this decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Here's Mensa to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Now on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Running inside. It's Mobley. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Carr. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Finds the tight end. Here's a little room there. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
And the offense gets 7 on that drive. And I tell you what, man, like, they got 3. They got some good momentum going. Continued the momentum, creating some big plays. Palmer, this offense feels like right now, early in this football game, that they're in control, that they know what they want to do, and the defense is reeling a little bit.
Yeah, the defense needs a stop bad the next time they come out. They've got to go back. They've got to get on the iPads. They got to take a look at what this offense is doing to attack them, because they do look like they're on their heels right now. Obviously giving up a field goal early, but now a touchdown. The next time they take the field, they absolutely need a stop.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll test the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Throwing, Mensa. Rushes on him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pocket breaking down. And now they've lost the ball here. And they scoop it up in the end zone.
Nice job by the defense, playing fast, playing physical, upfield, forcing the fumble. They can't fall on it. They can't get the touchdown themselves, but they force the safety and put points on the board.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Bringing the heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Wants to bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
They'll try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Might have a chance. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
On his feet at the 40. Across the 25, he's got room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. The give is to Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest kick.
Maybe some room here. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Carr on play action. Got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. finds his big tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. Breaks the tackle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And that's a good sign for this defense, man. In their first 2 drives, they put scoring drives together. And they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the 3rd downs, nice job coming up big on a 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. They go to the counter. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. Find a way to get the ball to your running back in space.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. There he goes down the right side. Past the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a crease. It's Pringle. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Mensah. Oh, they're after him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Secures it at the 30. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Carr. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's caught. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And he tacks on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Miami. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And they tacked on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Perez. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Throwing, Carr. He'll heave it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. On the move, it's Pringle. Nice move to keep running. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Right back to it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking for a crease to the left. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Here's Mensah to throw. Got him downfield. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. That is no good. And they miss the opportunity to draw closer, still down by 5. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Hurricanes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Miami's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, this team has found some positives with their 3-game winning streak, but right now they haven't done their job on defense. They get an opportunity now to change that, grab some momentum. We'll see how this goes to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on how things develop on the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Here's Carr to throw. There's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Tight end now in motion. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Finds his man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
The short hands, it's Gilbert. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Williams.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Gets the back moving. Play fake. Carr. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Irish.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
And the point after is good. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Throwing, Mensah. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Looking for room. It's Fletcher. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk.
There's a crease. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Notre Dame sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game. And the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Appreciate that, Holly. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Play action, C.J. Carr. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He makes the grab. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the move. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's go to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Miami sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it.
There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense got it. They're on the run. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop. The ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Powers through the defender. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Mensah. Got it in the middle. It's Lofton. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And I like easy, not complicated, quick little out routes from my tight end that I know I can get a positive gain, keep me ahead of the sticks, and put me in a good situation.
He's going to take off. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Give to the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the David. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Turning it on. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability...
There's some room. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to him on the ground. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Hurricanes. He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense has gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Play action, Carr. Fires complete on the crosser. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to run, it's Mobley. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the move. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And I tell you what, man, the defense really needed a play. They had to have something go right. Down by 2 possessions, they do what they haven't done in this football game. They forced the turnover, now set their offense up to hopefully get right back in this football game.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. And maybe that fumble recovery becomes the first step in a miracle rally. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
He's got it again. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Here's Mensah to throw. Got room at the 35. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And the Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Pringle. Runs through a tackle. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
They'll try it over the left side. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down at the 41. Trying to keep this drive alive. They'll make the stop, but he gets enough to keep the drive moving on 4th down. A crucial conversion for this offense.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Dumps it to the back. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Hard running there. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Go, go. Right back to the well. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.